we started the recording. I stopped it since it was pretty much just me by myself or you joining and unjoining. So now that you got everything sorted, how's it going?
Okay, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot has happened in the past few weeks for me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what have you got going on Safecast wise, I guess?
I was a little stuck on the time range selection form thing.
Hmm?
I was able to get it to the point where so the URL works now. So it works if I change it through URL, but if I somehow was not able to figure out how I can pass the uh, the parameter through
Okay.
the form.
Yeah, and it looks like the PR is having some build issues as well.
Yeah,
This is
and
the add time range selector to device story page PR, right?
uh, yeah, I believe so.
I'll put it in
And
the Slack chat just to make sure we're talking about the same thing.
yeah, and in the past week, yeah, the past few days, I decided that I should maybe just move on. I
Okay.
may be able to work on some other thing. So I work on the other unit for radiation thing that I think you mentioned with Jam before.
Mm-hmm.
So the one to show radiation as MREM.
Oh, for certain geographies, yeah. Yeah, we could do that. I'm wondering if here, let me just share screen.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if it might be more worthwhile to address like these issues because I don't think they'll be too bad. Um, right. So like one is that like we have here some information about like recent values for the sensor, but we don't have anything here. Like we have the graphs now, but we don't have any sort of like numeric display, which would just be the same value. Just be like the far right hand value, and then display it as a number,
Oh,
so you don't have
for
to like
the
mouse over.
that
Um,
was I see.
so that might be a good one to work on because it's probably pretty simple. And then also the one after it is like adding like a global map link as well. Because like right now we have this like more sensor data, but it'd be good to also link to the global map as well. Which if you click here and then scroll down to the bottom, there's a link to the global map. Peter was mentioning it'd be good to have like both of those links handy on the page. Like one would be more device data, and then one would be the global map, which is it should. Oh, no, we only have the global map on the AirNote pages. It should be on this one. Actually, I just noticed like we had. Okay, yeah, this is it here. Map of all AirNotes. I'll link it. Oh yeah, I already did. Sweet. Cool. Because both of those should be pretty straightforward if you want to try those.
Yeah.
And I think are probably going to be more valuable than like the MREM display idea. Like I think it'd be it'd be useful to have MRAM display, but it's also like the from in talking to Joe, it seems like a lot of the people who are interested in MRAMs are like kind of okay with microsieverts per hour, but it would be nice if they could see it in MRAMs because it's what they're used to. So
Yeah, for right now, I'm just using the display like temperature and Fahrenheit.
mhm.
So yeah,
Yeah, so it might
uh,
be like an easy one. I just don't know for sure if it's going to like scratch a major itch for the project or not. Not
yeah,
to say it's not worth doing for sure, but just something to keep in mind. Like if it's an easy fix, then by all means go for it.
I see. Yeah, I
But
think
yeah, go.
yeah, I'll make a PR on the branch soon to see if that's something that we want to merge into.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a little like this where it's like it's nice that we can display it in Fahrenheit because some people expect Fahrenheit. It'd be great if we could actually, and this is still CPM, so this should probably be what does that do? Oh,
Radiate.
that's a full lift. What it probably should be is showing you microsieverts per hour by default, which will just be the CPM divided by 334, and then have a switch to millirems, which is going to be basically the same thing, which you can find the uh, if you need the scaling factor for MREMs, you can grab it from here.
I see.
Any of these graphs. So I'm not sending. I don't know if you signed into Grafana before yet, but just sign in with your GitHub ID, and then if you're not an editor, just ask on the channel. I can make you an editor real easy. So,
Okay.
but once you're an editor, you can just click into one of these, and then you can see here. Yeah, so it's just add an extra 0 to it. Um, so microsieverts per hour is divided by 334, and then MREMs is 3,340. So it's just a scaling factor on top of the CPM.
Okay.
Yep. So it wouldn't be bad if you want to just tackle it. No worries. I don't think do we even have like a specific issue for that? Like we might want to open an issue because I think this one's the feedback from Ray, which Ray usually doesn't worry too much about the MRAM problem. I know Joe usually runs into it because he's dealing with people who run like nuclear facilities in the US. And so they, if they're working in nuclear work in the US, they tend to think in MRAMs rather than microsieverts per hour. Yeah, it's like the
Yeah.
Celsius Fahrenheit problem, basically.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, I don't see
I
an
got
issue for that. So if you want to do it, I would say let's also just open an issue so that way we know that you're doing it.
I think I got that working. I just need to
Cool.
make sure that I'm not mistaking like units and um like the text stuff of that. Like the units for the
Mhm.
graphs and such.
Cool. Yeah, I guess why don't I just add an issue for it then?
Yep. Okay.
It's MREMs per hour. Switch. Cool. If you want to work on that, all three on there. And I'll just assume that that's a jam request because he usually talks about that kind of thing. Cool. Cool. And I'll put that up there. So if you want to grab it and move it in progress, that's fine. And then you'll say you'll probably put this one, where was it? You'll probably put this one down for now since you're having some trouble with it.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll put that back to here-ish. Cool, sounds good. I don't have any updates. I'm just coming back to work from 3 weeks vacation. So, or well, vacation, but we have 3 kids, which meant it's like 3 weeks of full-time dadding. So as you can imagine, I did not touch my computer much.
Yeah.
I had it with me and I checked in a little bit from time to time, but mostly if I was awake, I was doing something having to do with kid things or family things or whatever. So yeah, no updates for me. Hopefully more this week, but I also have a lot of stuff since I'm coming back to work from 3 weeks off. I have a whole bunch of stuff I have to like try to pick back up. So it's been a pretty busy, 2.5 days so far. We'll see how the tail end of the week winds up. Like I'm hoping I can do these. These are pretty simple. It's just a couple of dashboard adjustments, but like literally I've been either not at my computer or working on elastic things and nothing in between. So yeah, hopefully soon. So cool. Yeah, that's about it for me. I haven't heard anything from Nick. Haven't heard anything new on the deploy stories. One thing, where was the data issue? Because I've been working a little bit with Samira around the more flexible data access. And it seems like she's making a little bit of headway there. So I would say that's technically there. And I haven't heard anything from Boshan either. So I don't know what's going on any of these. But yeah. So I guess that's pretty much it. Summertime,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll post it for Rob and maybe Rob can tell us what he's up to. Cool. Well, I guess that's pretty much it then. Unless you have anything else you want to go over.
Not really. I'll link my branch to the issue soon and make a pull request.
Yeah, just open up a pull request, even if it's like, it can even be just a draft pull request or whatever. Like it's a lot easier once like the pull request is there. It's like a space that we can like comment and do all that sort of stuff. So it's a lot better than just pushing like a bare branch, because there's no way to comment on a bare branch.
Yeah.
So you can only comment on like the individual commits, and then you have to dig it up and find the commit, and it's a pain in the butt. So yeah, even just having a draft PR open makes things way easier for collaboration. Cool. All right, well, let's wrap it up then. Let me know if you need any help with anything, basically. I'll try to advise as best I can with what little time I have available.
Yeah, I think I might need some help if we're going back to the device story time range.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I think it's fine. When you're dealing with sort of any software project, like it's okay to keep in mind that like if the issue is not going well, like it's okay to move it back and like and do something else. Yeah, you don't have to just like sit and pound your head on it endlessly. Like it's okay to just say like, what, this is not working out. Let me put it down and maybe someone else can pick it up and have better success with it. Or honestly, I've had times where like I put it back in the soon column, and then like a couple of weeks later, I pick it back up with fresh eyes, and I'm like, oh, okay, now I see what's going on, and then it makes sense. So yeah, don't feel like you have to stick on one task and like nothing but that one task. It's okay to set it aside and do something else. That's cool too. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, have a good one, and I'll look out for you in the journal.
You too. Thank you. You too.
All right, bye.
Bye.